Xenoblade! 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 My apologies, I was excited because my favorite game of all time, the game that I am the second only in fanboying to in Chugga Conroy, that wasn't English, but we'll go with it. I love this game. People, you know I love this game. I have an LP on my damn channel on it, and I don't have many others, and I left that one there intact, but oh gosh, I love this game. It looks so good! Shulk looks so good. Dumban? Can we talk about how good Dumban looks? Melia? My goodness, Queen. She got another design. She looks perfect. Melia. Melia looks so good. Poor Melia.
See, just because I'm horny doesn't mean I can't fairly critique a game.
Okay, I'm done fanboying. I promise I will stop. But let's talk a little bit about the other things that are good in here. Like, the graphics have blown up immensely. I'm one of the few people that actually likes how the original looks. I think it's impressive what they did with the hardware, and the art style was phenomenal with what they achieved. This was a game made in 2010, people, and it was on the Wii. It has no reason to look half as decent as it does, and I know that the textures are like the big thing. It's like, oh, they look so muddy, but I kind of like that mixed realistic with anime. It's like half anime and half realistic, which I think just works so nicely here. It looks so good in my opinion. I know I'm in the minority on that one. People will prefer this newer art style. It looks great too. The locations, gorgeous as always. Guard planes, phenomenal. Machina Forest doesn't have the trees with the draw distance being abysmal. Thank God that's fixed because the Wii hardware just couldn't handle that. The Switch, more than capable, so it looks great. Air at Sea, gorgeous. Valak Mountain looks boring as fuck as I remember, but don't worry, Valak Mountain Night, one of the most beautiful areas in the game, if not the most beautiful. Just Valak Mountain Night, for those who don't know, when that moment hits you in the game, oh, it's gonna be so good. Next thing we gotta talk about that's cleaned up, UI. Ironically enough, they didn't change too much here. It still looks very much like the original. There's a few tweaks here, but let's go over what's the same. So, surprisingly enough, you see Stream Edge and what it does. That was actually in the original. You just didn't pay that much attention to it. I didn't at least. Maybe some of you did, but that's going to be really helpful because there's so many arts and it's so hard to keep track of all of them at once. Even though I'm a diehard, like there's sometimes where I'm like, what does this art do again? Like for example, if we look at the portraits on the left, those were always there, but I think it's going to be much cleaner with how buffs and debuffs are handled. I think Ryan has Magnum Charge activated is what I think that art is, or what that buff is. So that's pretty nice UI. One thing I don't like as much is on the left how the portraits just look way too small in my opinion. I really liked how they were just these big honking things in the original, and they showed a lot of information. Maybe I just missed the like black backgrounds they had behind them because I think they looked very nice and it was just very well put together. I don't know, that's just kind of me. The portraits look nice, of course. The reason Shulk and Ricky have angry faces, for those who don't know, because it's not in Xenoblade 2, that's to reflect tension, and what that is, it basically increases, like, all the things you'd expect. So it's like, I forget if you generate more aggro in that state, but I know it, like, increases your accuracy and your hit rate, and just those kinds of things. If you've played Dragon Quest, think of it kind of like that, how tension boosts your, damage output. It's kind of the same here, so really nice how they displayed it with the portraits. I don't know if they'll have the fire going on behind them, as they did in the original. I think that you could only pull that off because of the black backgrounds, but this UI they have for the enemies is very nice, mostly because the way it worked in the original is that it wasn't centered like this. The enemy info was directly above the enemy in the original Xenoblade, and it kind of got chaotic at times. There were also some instances where the enemies, which were just so big, they would like go off screen because that's how massive they were, and you could just not see the text box, so that was very awkward. So they may get rid of the whole colorized system, which I really liked in the original Xenoblade, because if your level was higher or lower than an enemy's, you would have different colorized text boxes to show, okay, you're way stronger than this enemy, or okay, you're weaker than this enemy, or okay, this enemy will kick your ass if you try to fight it. Break, really like this. This was in 2. I'm glad they put it in this game too. is that you can see how long break lasts for. That wasn't in the original, so you kind of just had to be like, okay, can I pull off this art? Because you have to wind up, I guess, to pull off certain arts as you go through the animation. And so you could miss timing sometimes through that, which is kind of annoying. But that's fixed here because you can time it properly now. They also have the debuffs the enemy will have, as I think that enemy is inflicted with paralysis. I don't know who among these party members could inflict that, though, so maybe they don't have it. Not sure, though. On the right, you have the battle commands. Super helpful. I didn't know about them in my original playthrough, because they showed it to you once and I just forgot because I was 14 and stupid. But now that it's just permanently on screen, that's so nice. And these will be immensely useful because the enemy AI, not the enemy AI, your party AI, a lot of people said it was bad. I think it was fine. I think people really exaggerate how bad the AI was. For 2010, it was pretty damn good as it did what it needed to do. I mean, hopefully your party members have better AI. We have no idea just because the game isn't out yet. But everything here just looks so clean, so nice, so stylized. I know we spent a lot of time talking about the UI. I just really want to highlight how good and clean it is. But I do have some slight problems with it. I really wish the side portraits were just bigger. That's my one complaint, but everything looks clean. Next thing I want to talk about is Future Connected. So, we are getting essentially DLC, but for the main story that takes place after Xenoblade Chronicles. This, I know why they're doing this. Here's the thing, Xenoblade Chronicles, the original, in my opinion, has the most perfect ending of a video game I have seen in a long ass time. Like, better than Persona, better than, I don't know, that's like the big one I'm thinking of. Like, I know people are like, oh, Persona's so sad. And yes, Persona did make me cry. Persona 4, not 5. Golden made me cry at the end. But Xenoblade's ending is just, it wraps up everything nicely. Everything is answered, but left significantly open-ended enough so that they could continue it if they wanted to. And that's what they're doing here. So, I am very anxious, but also excited for this, because they could fuck up the ending. But this could also make the ending even better, and maybe it could lead on to what I think they're going to try and do, which is Xenoblade 3. Spoilers from this point on if you haven't played Xenoblade 2. Alright, so I'm just cutting things like mad here, because spoilers out the wazoo. Alright, so let's talk spoilers for 1 and 2 here. It is 1 and 2. Like, I can't hide this, because there's stuff from 2, but there's stuff from 1 I need to talk about here. So literally, if you want to go in spoiler-free, close out here. I appreciate all of you for watching, but I gotta talk about the fact I'm literally gonna say spoilers right now. If you haven't closed out, we need to talk about how fucking Alvis has the core crystal on his necklace now, and they got rid of the shitty key he had before. It looked kind of cool, but it was like, whatever, it was a stupid key. He has the Zohar necklace now, and that's to reflect the fact that he is Ontos, so I'm really curious to see what they do with that in this game, and that's why I'm like super hyped for Future Decisions. I already forgot the name, Omni, you idiot. Future Connected, there it is. And how, is Alvis gonna do some shit in this? Probably. Does Klaus somehow have a role in this? Probably. Is this gonna connect Rex and Shulk's world and show how they've united into one somehow through some magical means? I don't know. This is literally the setup here for Xenoblade 3. Yeah. No, like, I don't, oh my gosh, there's so many pieces here that could fit into all of this, and I don't know what they're gonna do, but I am excited nonetheless, people. Let me know what you think in the comments about Xenoblade. I know there's more stuff I could talk about in this direct, but like, whatever. ARMS is the next DLC, Resident Sleeper. Bravely Default 2, it looks good, but it's also Bravely Default, so it's like, what did you expect? It looks fun, it looks so pretty. Almost looks better than Xenoblade in my opinion, but that might just be the art style, because it looks damn good with its animations. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, people. How excited are you for Xenoblade? I'm excited for Xenoblade. I'm gonna upload a top 10 video tomorrow. That's why I haven't uploaded it today, because I had some issues, and I'm busy with some shit, but yeah, there's a new video going up tomorrow. What's up, bitches? I'm back. I'm on the YouTube grind once more, because your boy needs to get employment, and he knows that ain't happening, so I'ma see y'all real damn soon. Deuces. Why did I say deuces? I don't say that normally. Peace. That's what I go with around here. bye.